Joe, sit your left on
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kyle the Pug Sports Review Show, where we talk about the hottest sports topics that are going around in the sports world, whether it's professional, college, or even the high school level for that matter. We bring the sports to you. That is right. Welcome to the Kyle the Pug's Sports Review Show. I am your host for the day, Kyle the Pug, aka Kyle Lodi, aka the host of the most and the man with the plan. And, of course, with me is everybody's favorite, lovable, dumb, and very exciting individual, I might add. It's Cowboy Nick.
Cowboy Nick. Don't be a star, Cowboy Nick. And don't forget, folks, if you're here in Stockton and you're near the Pacific Avenue, go check out Gin's Deli. Gin's Deli, where they make the sandwich that you some people will say they eat with their feet. So go ahead and try it. They have great salads and great food.
What?
You know, I was down there yesterday, and I literally had to take
What are they, monkeys?
Take a freaking hammer and get myself in there because they were so crowded in like a cattle hall.
Wait a minute. Did you say people eat it with their feet? What are they, monkeys?
Well, that's what a lot of people were saying.
Are they monkeys? Are they monkeys?
I don't know. They may be contortionists. I don't know, but that's what they were saying.
Okay. Let's just move on from that. I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that, honestly, because that's the last thing I want on my show is people eating things with their feet. Come on, Cowboy. I mean, really?
I'm just telling you what people are saying. I'm just telling you what I heard when I was in line with Uncle Larry. I'm just telling you these. I'm not saying they actually do it. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
Well, you never know. I've heard stranger things before that. But anyway, enough of that BS. Cowboy Nick completely ruined his intro, but hey, that's what he always does. We are actually going to be talking about, like I said, the three hot sports topics in the sports world, including Colin Kaepernick and Jacob deGrom for today's episode. But as of right now, for starters, we're going to kick it off with the Week 2 recap of the NFL season. Now, basically, we looked at the Week 2, and basically it was kind of expected. But, however, there were some things, though, that kind of caught my eye, for instances. And one example I would tell you guys is the Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Now, if you guys don't know what happened with that game, the Browns were up 20-0. That's right, they were up 20-0 in the first quarter at that point. And then afterwards, the Ravens just scored 25 unanswered points to complete the comeback win. And that was basically what intrigued me because the Browns almost upset the Ravens despite, being shorthanded. But the Ravens kind of, they did their thing. They came back and they did play Baltimore Raven football and they won, plain and simple. So what were some things that intrigued you in Week 2?
Well, I'll tell you this. What intrigued me in that game was the Ravens and the Browns.
I'm not just talking about this game, but I'm talking about any game.
Well, I'm just going to start off with this game, but the one thing in this game that really told me that, the Ravens were going to do good in this game was the fact that the Browns left a lot of holes in their defense, and the Ravens finally got the opening to do that. Another game that inspired me a lot, and I will say this, was back to Thursday's game when you had the Jets and the Bills playing each other. Yeah, sure, I knew the Jets were going to win.
And we talked about that last episode.
Yes, but come on, you have to think about this. The Jets didn't do what they normally do, which is they're known for throwing the ball, but were actually rushing offense, and they have never been known for that. They're more about passing the ball and running it downfield for a certain amount of points, and you did not see that happen this week.
Well, with the addition, like I said, with the addition of Matt Forte, it kind of changes things around here a little bit, for sure.
Yeah, and that did save me. I'm like, whoa. Another game that inspired me I didn't think this was going to happen. It went down to a 1-point win, basically a 1-point win with the Titans and the Lions. Now, I didn't think that the Titans and the Lions game was going to be like this. I thought the Titans might have a chance at scoring more points, but when I thought about this, the Lions were able to keep it down to a 1-point game, and it turned out to be be one of the best games that they said was one of the best games out of this week. Kyle?
Well, I wouldn't say the best game overall, but in my opinion, I think the best game, and I would say actually two best games though for what happened in week 2. I would say personally, the Cowboys and the Reds. Actually, I got 3. Cowboys Redskins was at least 1. Patriots Dolphins was another game that was interesting, and the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders would be my 3rd game. If I had to include an honorable mention here, it was a very low scoring game here, and it was quite boring though. But it was actually kind of close to say the least. It was at least by 2 field goals. It was the Seahawks and the Rams. That would be like my honorable mention because of the defensive show.
That game too, I was proud of because the Rams did it. They brought back the colors of the Rams. And the people in the stands were going nuts.
Well, both offenses, like I mentioned, they were just completely shut down by both defenses. You got to remember that too. So it's basically a defensive game.
Oh yeah, that was like that was just like wow. But
and Cowboy, you're a fan of defensive games, though. Defensive games, I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, I love defensive games. Defensive games, I think, are one of the most important parts. Because if you don't have a defensive game, then everyone's just going to score points. And you're going to be like, let's go watch something else.
Yeah, and that's what everybody in the stands thought at first. Because, well, here's the thing, though. I mean, like I said, Rams have exceptional defense, but the offense, like I said, they got some problems. And personally, I think Goff or Mannion should be starting instead of Case Keenum, but I don't know. Their decision up front and the not in the front office, but with the offensive coordinating job needs a little bit of work. But going back to the other games here really quick, Atlanta and Oakland Raiders, that was kind of close also from the start. Well, not from the start, but Atlanta kind of had an advantage here, and their offense kind of took over. But the Raiders actually made some decisions where it could have been better. Like, I feel like if they would have done some things, they made some adjustments in their offense, I think they probably would have done, a bit better, honestly. Because you would think after that win in New Orleans, they go back, to Oakland, 1-0, have that advantage. But then they lose this game, and then now what happens,
Yeah, but also when you look at this game, the Coliseum is not, and I've said this, and I have said this many times, the Coliseum, I think there should actually be 2 different fields instead of 1 field. Because when you look at the arena at the Oakland Coliseum...
Well, yeah, it's where the Oakland Athletics play, too.
Yeah, and for me, I think that is a stadium that should be changed because, and I've heard this from a lot of people next to Petco Park, it is way open to the crowd, and the pitchers the replacement pitchers on both sides do not get what they need. And same thing with the players in football. They do not get, when they go to warm up, they do not get the time to warm up, and it's on both sides, offense and defense, and the home team and away team. They don't get what they need. They get tormented by the other team. Not in the way like you see in some stadiums, but they get tormented, and both teams, when they go out and play, they have it fully warmed up, and so mistakes do happen, and you saw that in that game on both sides.
All right, so going to Dallas and Washington here really, really quick before we move on. It was very close as you expected from the NFC East rivals, and especially, Kirk Cousins having, an amazing, a very solid performance, 364 yards in the game. Of course, he had those other stats as well. But overall, I mean, Dak Prescott, he kind of led the way in Tony Romo's absence once again.
Yes, he did. And the one thing I will say about this was the defensive team for the Cowboys. And as a Cowboys fan, I didn't think it was going to get better. I thought it was going to get. I didn't think it was going to get better. I thought it was going to get stronger. But I was impressed by what the Cowboys were able to do with the Redskins.
Well, yeah, of course, it's an NFC East rivalry game, as I mentioned before. And, of course, there's going to be times where they're going to be going at each other's throats. And you would expect that out of a rivalry game, pretty much.
Yeah, but think about this, Kyle. The game didn't come out like you would think it would. It went to 23 to 27, so the defenses were working.
27 and 23, but yeah, same concept. But and the last game I wanted to. The last game I was going to mention is, of course, the Patriots game. Jimmy Garoppolo is now out for I don't know how long, but he said he's going to be out for like a couple weeks. So there's going to be a rookie quarterback for the Patriots taking place here in the next upcoming game. So what does that mean for the Patriots offense, really quick?
I honestly don't know. It could go up or down. I can't tell you how it's going to go because when you look at the way the Patriots play, the discipline from a certain coach and everything, this team is a team that is going to do good.
Okay.
How good? I don't know. But whether it's offense or defense, this team is known for performing, and that's what I look at it. It doesn't matter whether it's a certain homo or if it's a certain other player, they just perform.
All right, so moving on here really quick, we're going to be staying in the NFL, but we're going to be talking about a certain individual, and we're going to be talking about Colin Kaepernick receiving death threats, of course, from certain fans of the NFL and all that other stuff with the national anthem protest, blah, blah, blah. But we're going to talk about that here right now. So while Colin Kaepernick says that he's seen positives emerge from a racial equality movement sparked by his national anthem protests, he's also received death threats as a result. And this is what he said about this, and I quote, I've had a few come my way, but he's not too concerned about it, unquote. And there's actually a clip, or an audio clip, from the San Jose Mercury News that I'm going to be playing here right now with Colin Kaepernick talking about these death threats. So, and of course, we have more right now, so let's roll it.
But I do know that situation occurred. And I can only imagine how he still feels about it, and especially how he felt about it when it initially occurred. That's devastating. A situation like Terrence Crutcher is not only did you just kill a black man, you killed a father. So now his kids are going to grow up without that father figure, and that's going to change their lives forever. And they're not going to be able to be provided for the same way.
All right, so that was just a couple of seconds of what you heard in that clip. And Kaepernick also responded after those death threats have come through his social media channels. And this is how he responded to it. So he responded to it by saying, couple different avenues. I mean, it's not just also social media, but also real life as well. So, Cowboy, what are your thoughts on this news of Colin Kaepernick?
Well, Kaepernick, I'm going to say you brought this on yourself. If you play in this country and when they play the national anthem, just like in the Olympics or anything else, you respect the fact of the national anthem. You stand up for it. You have role models who are little kids who look at you and say, oh, because he's not doing it, they're not going to do it. And you know what? That is not something that is right. People have died to represent this country and the people who have died for it. You know that. And you need to know that when you don't do as you are told, as what you're responsible for doing, oh, I'm not going to stand for it because I don't think it's right. You know what? This country is people owned by the British, and people died for this country. That's what that national anthem represents. People have died since then for different wars and different things. This country is important to everyone. The players, the people who come to watch the game, their children, the children that are wearing your number on their back. They earn the money. They pay for it. Their parents pay for it. They love this team, and you're ruining it. Now get your butt and make an apology letter to the fans, to their families, to the soldiers who have died, who have gotten wounded for this country. Be a freaking man. Post them on your beaches and do what is right. You want to stop these death threats? Okay, do the right thing, or go move to freaking England and play British football. All right? Now, get your butt up, go from here on your beaches, and become a man. That's what you got to do. That's how you straighten this up. Kyle, back to you.
Okay, well, I'm not going to side with Kaepernick or anything, but he does make a couple of points where he said, the people, under the white ethnicity have actually, been, trashed or considered, as peasants under the white man rule. And I'm not trying to be like racial or trying to be racist or anything, but it's just one of those things where it's kind of complicated, but I wouldn't say complicated, but I mean, honestly, with the whole situation, it's basically mind-boggling at this point. And when I say mind-boggling, it's just people are respecting him for the fact that he's not standing up for the national anthem. I mean, that's understandable, but sometimes we come to a point as a unit, as a country, like, okay, yeah, we're facing a shithole crisis in our country. Yeah, big whoop. But look at it from a certain point of view. Look at the positive aspects of what this country has done. Yeah, okay, a little off topic, of course. We got all these, not the positive aspects, but let me go a little off topic before I say that really quick. So, a lot of shootings been happening. A lot of minorities, blacks, Mexicans. I was Mexican Americans. That'd be the correct term to use. And then there would be so many other ethnicities just being, that once they get caught and arrested and they go to jail, and they say like, okay, we're gonna give you like the death penalty, but if like a white man does it, they would get like 18 months,
That is not true.
Well, but wait, hold on. But that's basically what the society has. When I see this kind of stuff on the news like that, you actually see that on the news because they're talking about a pedophile. Let's say Jared Fogle, for example, at Subway. Yeah, he did something with little kids, but he's only getting like a few years time in jail. But then when you're talking about somebody else, like a shooting, you're talking about death penalty with blacks and African Americans, all that, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's just the kind of society. I mean, it's been like that, for like the past few years. And I'm not trying to stir up any conspiracy theories or trying to make anything do for that matter. But it's it's basically what we're seeing here is just that America, as of right now, it's basically in a shithole. And I'm saying it has been. I'm not saying I'm trying to keep a positive aspect here, but anyways, going back to Kaepernick here really quick. Like I said, it's understandable what he's doing, but at the end of the day, you got to realize that he's basically doing this to cause media attention, where there should be other things in life people are worried about. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's nothing. But for what Kaepernick is saying, that is not true. There are right now.
Well, I never said Kaepernick was saying that. I'm saying that because other people have said that before.
Yes, but that's not true. Why? You ever heard of a group called the Aryan Nation? There's 15 leaders in prison for life for what they've done. There are members. There are white men right now who are also in jail because they raped someone. There's a guy on death row right now, and I have heard about him ever since I was 6 years old. He killed and murdered 18 people. He's now on death row waiting to be executed like a damn dog. And he's white. He's not African American. He's white. So you cannot just say, oh, the white people get away with this, white people get away with that. You know what?
Well, I never said they get away with anything. I said their time and their prison time is a little shorter. You know what I mean?
That's not true. Like I said, there's people in there who are from the Aryan Brotherhood.
But I never said that was true though at all, honestly.
Yeah, but that's what some people think, and that's not true. You know what it is? It's because of our government, and they're not handling money right. They're not doing what's right. That's why I'm not voting for a certain person.
Okay. Let me stop you there really quick. Just real quick before we move on. Basically, somebody told me, and this can be actually true though. Of course, when you have all these, whites and blacks and all that, blah blah blah. But this is actually kind of true. What somebody told me. Race doesn't exist. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist because basically we're all one people, and white people are just mentioning that, race is against one group, race is against another group, blah, blah, blah. But Honestly, I have a message to these people. Shut up, get along, do your things in life, become friends, and, just work your way up to the top. That's basically all you have to do.
What, are we going to bring back the Black Panther movement again?
Like, honestly, just stop. You're not getting anywhere with that. We went completely off topic with this matter, but whatever. At least it provides some input for the show.
You know what that's doing? You know what that's doing? That's putting gas on the fire for groups like the KKK and all that shit. You keep talking. People keep talking about that. You're just putting fire on the flame. And what's going to happen? You're going to start seeing people with white capes on and freaking hoods, and they're going to their freaking black boots, their black steel toe boots and shit. They're going to start causing trouble.
Dear God Almighty! But okay, before this gets a little bit out of hand, we are going to be moving on here really quick to baseball. And honestly, that topic, I didn't mean for that to take a turn, but whatever. It's good enough for the show, I guess. But so now we're going to move on to Jacob deGrom and his ulnar nerve to curb the pain. And basically what I'm saying here is that his season is over. So the right-hander Jacob deGrom for the New York Mets will undergo season-ending surgery later this week to address a nerve tissue in his pitching elbow. So the doctors will move the ulnar nerve, which has been causing the intermittent elbow discomfort as well as the finger numbness. So deGrom basically expects a 3-month recovery time from the procedure and will be ready for spring training. He consulted with Hall of Famer John Smoltz, who underwent the same procedure during his playoff career. The Mets will have 4 core members in their starting rotation trying to work back from surgeries from spring training. Matt Harvey underwent surgery in July to remove a rib and relieve his outlet syndrome. Steven Matz, currently sidelined with a shoulder impingement, is due to have a bone spur removed from his pitching elbow after the season is over. And Zach Wheeler is still working back from complications from Tommy John surgery, which was performed in March 2015. So basically, the Mets are kind of the heat of trouble right now as you're looking at the postseason right now, especially with deGrom, too.
Yeah, but in those kind of surgeries, it does happen, and a lot of times, and I've seen it many times with players who have gotten those kind of surgeries, they don't come back.
They literally don't. I mean, I know it's like 3 months recovery period time. I mean, yeah, that's completely understandable. That's like the normal time length or something like that. But it could be worse, in my opinion. Just imagine if that was Tommy John surgery. Then he could be out for a longer period of time.
Yeah, but a lot of times players like that, when they get those kind of surgeries, they don't come back like next year to the MLB. They're sent down to AA or AAA to recover.
Well, yeah, that's one thing, but it could be worse. I mean, I expect deGrom to be fully recovered by spring training, which, would make sense because the timeline says that he'll be ready by spring training. And hopefully he will, though, just to get some pitches in and get some rehab starts as well.
Yes, but a lot of times they are sent down, like when the season starts, they're not sent down to A, but they're sent down to either AA or AAA because the coaches want to see them do exercise. And they want to see the joints, the muscles, they want to see that regrow, they want to see them get back in. Especially like even a rookie player coming down from he's brought it from Memphis, you don't see that too often. You don't see that too often, but a lot of times you have to look at reality and you have to look at the facts. And when you have players who are injured like that, a lot of times they're sent down to the minors, not for very long, but they're sent down to the minors to recover because they don't want to bring them up and have them have, he had this surgery, They want them to recuperate. They want them to have, because a lot of times in the minor leagues, the trainers are better than they are in the majors, so they want them to do exercises. They'll give them a list of exercises they want them to do. They'll give them training that they want him to do, a diet that they want him to do. so that everything recuperates. Trust me. When I injured myself, the 3 times I've injured myself playing in high school, I had 3 different lists of exercises I had to do. Were they fun to do? Hell no. But did I do them? Yes.
All right, so going back to deGrom here really quick, he went 7-8 with a 3.04 ERA in 24 starts for the Mets this season, and he last appeared on September 1st. So Matz, who also has been silent since August 14th, is due to rejoin the Mets on Wednesday. He will throw a bullpen session for the team staff. So basically, going to Matz here really quick, he's a consideration for Friday's start against the Philadelphia Phillies at Citi Field. However, manager Terry Collins indicated that Matz must first demonstrate his readiness by showing better sharpness with his secondary pitches than during his last bullpen session at the team's complex in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Collins also openly questioned the wisdom of starting Matz if he will be capped at 50 pitches anyways. And basically, this is what Terry Collins said about, the whole thing. And I quote, "And we've got to win games. Basically, that's just it," unquote. And basically why he means that is that the team they're in a lock right now in a 3-way race between the Giants and the Cardinals for the 2 wild card spots. So the Mets are already relying on rookies Seth Lugo and Robert Zellman in the rotation because of these injuries. So, what do you think about that?
I am really, really hyped up for this because when you look at this and you look at the wild card hunt, basically the hunt for October, you're looking at teams who are really trying to get what they need. Because either way, even if they don't beat the Cardinals or the Giants, they still could have a chance at getting in to these to what they need. They still have a chance at getting the spots that they need. The Cardinals as well.
There's only 6 spots though, and
when you have a team that's 80 and 71, you know that there is possibly, even if they don't make the wild card spot, there is still a possibility for a chance.
Well, I'm going to say this right now. There are 6 playoff spots as of right now, and the Mets and the Cardinals, as of right now, they have the 2 wild card spots, and the Giants are tied with them too. So one slip up means that, and this is from any team too, one slip up means that you could be done and you could be eliminated from being in the postseason itself.
Exactly. Well, when you look at it right now, the Cardinals are playing a team like the Rockies in Colorado, which is in Denver, which is a hard place to find. And then you look at the Mets, they have it kind of easy. They're playing against the Braves.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not going to get any easier and basically nothing is basically easy at this moment because they'll be playing Atlanta. The Mets are playing Atlanta right now, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and then with your team, they have a hard time because you look at the Giants. Where are they playing? They're at Dodger Stadium, for Christ's sake. They're playing against a team who basically they're playing against the Southern California crowd who basically would love to eat them for dinner and ship them out the next morning.
Well, the series is tied 1-1, so basically tonight is the rubber game, and like I said, that's a completely different topic to talk about for another day. But going to the Cardinals really quick, there's going to be an offensive show in Colorado with that altitude over there because they're going to be playing the Rockies for at least for one more game.
Yes, and we have Reyes, who just was brought up from Memphis, who is in the minor league. They play in the Southern League, who are one of the toughest minor league teams in the world. And you can look up Reyes. He's a starter for Memphis, and he has a hard ball that's just amazing. And you look at this, and it's just one of those things you're like, wow, because he's a rookie, and he did come in as a replacement pitcher, but his curveball, people have said it, his curveball is dangerous. That curveball, when it hits the glove, it doesn't just hit the glove. It has been said by Marina that when it hits the glove, he had to, at the end of that game, he had to go in the locker room and have his hand taped for the rest of the day because he couldn't snip any of his fingers.
Well, that's basically what a pitcher does, though. Not just that, but there's going to be a time where a pitcher like outdoes himself, and then there comes to a point he's going to feel a lot of numbness in his body, and then that's perfectly normal there.
Normal for a catcher to feel that numbness, though?
Well, I'm not saying I'm not saying the catcher. I'm talking about the pitcher, but the catcher, yeah, that's kind of a different story. But anyways, on that bombshell, we are going to end the show here. And thank you guys so much for joining us on Colin Pug Sports Review Show. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. It definitely helps my channel grow. We are on the road for 50 subs, maybe 100 subs on this channel, so that way you can help us out, help us reach our goal. So that being said, I'm Kyle the Pug, aka Kyle Loda, and this, of course, Cowboy Neck.
Yeehaw, Cowboys! Yeehaw! Did I say?
Alright, and we'll be seeing you guys on Friday for our next show. So have a good day. As always, stay safe. Peace!
You've been out on